So we have narrator Dale and we have real Dale.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Netflix Explorers podcast, the only podcast that's very interactive. Well, you get to hit play. From the 1890 studios, my name is Dale.
Yeah, unlike one of our movies, this podcast only has one ending, and you're stuck with it. I'm Adam.
Praise the Lord and pass the ice. My name is Patrick.
Hey everybody, Steve here, and I have no idea what that just meant.
Today we're going over Bird Box and Black Mirror Bandersnatch, of course our own Dealer's Choice films. Please stick around. Gentlemen, we are at the upper echelons of Netflix watching. We got Bird Box on the docket. We got Black Mirror on the docket. Adam put that together. What's going on, man?
We're just giving the people what they want.
We're,
That's just
It's hot right
it's
now.
what we do.
yeah. But we got some good popular stuff up today, and we got some words about that. And
We got
how
some
they're
thoughts.
popular.
We got some thoughts.
We bring our own little flavor, our own little Netflix Sports swag on these, if you will.
That's right. Bringing flavor along is Papa Steve. What's going on, Papa Steve?
Hey man, I am so glad to be back again. It's super awesome. Very excited about the docket,
Okay.
about hearing about the Dealer's Choice, and whatever's going to be going into the Dale bag.
That's right. Well, I got a little something for the Dale bag coming at you
Okay.
guys. I might have alerted these guys earlier, but who knows? Who knows?
Okay, I'm looking
Everything's
forward
up in
to
the
it.
air right now. Patrick, what's going on, man? How are you this beautiful January 9th?
Man, it's so nice out today. Bears won on Sunday. How great was that?
Bears.
Adam, how great was that?
Go
It was
Bears.
great.
Sparse.
Mitch Trubisky, 4 touchdowns, 6,000 yards. Who could have seen it coming?
Yeah, I didn't even know you can get 12 sacks in a game by Cleo Mack. That was
Yeah, well, I'm
and
sorry.
Cody Parkey 8 for 8.
Who could have seen
Trubisky,
that coming?
He sacked himself.
That was nuts.
That's how crazy that
We
game
can end
was.
this nonsense that Nick Foles is Shane Falco from the replacements and just send him home packing.
Today's your last game. Nick Foles' last game was back when he won the Super Bowl. That was it. He ended there. He's coming into Chirac, and he's going to get effed up.
He's going to play like Shane Falco in the Sugar Bowl.
Hey.
Let's go.
All right. Well,
I don't know what all of that means, but
now, Patrick, you got a little bit of weight on your shoulders. You are the reigning Dealer's Choice Blythe's Guns pick of the week so
yeah.
far, 2019.
So I already have 2 of you in the bag with my dealer's choice, and I know it. And I feel,
Because
I
you
played
picked-
a little dirty this week.
It's not
but
Black Mirror Bandersnatch, because you picked that.
last week.
Right. So
That
just
was
'cause we're
such a
watching
great dealer's choice
okay.
that it made the docket 1 week later.
So are you counting this as a full,
So this is like a double win for me.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Because I interjected my own opinion into the docket. Like I undercut the docket master somehow, slid in there. I'm here this week. I got another dynamite dealer's choice pick that, I might
I
even
don't know
continue the new streak of
you're
sliding
sneaky, dude.
movies
You are sneaky.
into the docket.
I don't know what you guys think. You guys could tell me any movie to put on the docket at any time. I don't know if you guys are aware of that.
I think Patrick,
that's
There's
allowed.
no magic to it.
Val goes to me the other day. She's like, how did Adam become the docket master? I'm like, well, he kind of just took initiative, and the rest of us were just like,
That's cool.
yeah, no, I don't have a problem with it.
All right.
Yeah.
You're good.
But
And
I mean,
well, we don't
as
want
the
to tell
docket master, he does a stellar
everything how
job.
the sausage is made.
But that's
though.
tough. It's not easy being that. I was a docket master once, and I
You were
had
crucified.
I had loose bowels all
I
week.
tell it all the time to Jenna when we're looking through Netflix for movies for the docket. I'm like, I wish there was a podcast to tell me what movies to put on the docket for my own podcast.
Wait a minute.
We need like a pre-podcast,
Yeah.
like someone else to podcast what we need to podcast.
We need the
about.
explorers.
Wait. All those people are just our listeners. It's Dale, it's Patrick, and it's Adam at 1890studios.com. If you guys see something come up, don't want to watch it, but
We
you
have
want,
hundreds of docket masters.
there are literally thousands of docket masters.
Do you want to be a docket master?
You
It's
let
not
us
that
know.
hard.
The Netflix Explorers wants you to be a docket master.
1890studios.com.
That's right. That's where you can find us. But, hey, we got to dive right in here. We're talking first Bird Box. Patrick, is that first up?
Yeah, let's get the garbage out of the way.
2018, 5 years
Save it
after
for the
an ominous unseen presence drives most of society to suicide, a mother and her 2 children make a desperate bid to reach safety. 6.8 on IMDb. It's rated R. It's got a 2-hour, 4-minute runtime drama, horror, sci-fi. I'm going to roll through some notes real quick. This movie is based on a 2014 novel, Bird Box, by Josh Malerman. John Malkovich would talk to the birds on set, and the cast said he had a bizarre connection with them.
What a baller.
He would be able to tell them to move their feet, and they would.
I would. If he told me to move my feet, I would.
Think about it.
Move your feet.
Sandra Bullock said she was blindfolded for about 50% of the shooting schedule. All right, cool. Those are our notes. Thank you, Patrick. Adam, hit that trailer.
And Patrick wished he was blindfolded through.
Oh my god! I blindfolded myself.
All
I
right,
have
so
this
we
movie.
got Sandra Bullock in a blindfold.
and a bell.
She's
I'm in the woods.
She's afraid of a tree. Okay. A lot of ferns, I'm seeing.
Bells. Ring the bell, girl.
No, don't open your eyes.
Netflix film.
How have you been feeling? Have you been sleeping any better?
Rough.
Think about it.
Never suffered
So she's getting an ultrasound.
She's pregnant.
Condition. It's called pregnancy.
Her sister's the
It's a
chick
case
from
of
American Horror Story.
Yes.
It's kind of cool,
Good
but
to know. So things are going funny in the hospital. Chick's bashing her head against the wall.
Something's happened. Can you just please drive? Did you see something?
see something, say something.
Hashtag.
Come inside.
What's going on?
People describe seeing that entity
So they
that
all
takes
are
the
in a
form of
house.
Your worst fears.
Oh my God! What are you looking at? What did you see?
Her eyes go funky. She crashes a sweet Jeep Wagoneer.
With the wood panels.
We can't stay here.
Every contact
John
we've
Malkovich.
had with the outside has brought us death.
Your kids, they deserve hope.
Every single decision I have made has been for them. Every single decision I have made.
Another sweet Jeep.
I like that scene. That was cool.
Sponsored by Chrysler, I believe.
Mopar for everything you need.
This podcast brought to you by
John Malkovich!
Academy Award winner Sandra Bullock.
We're going on the trip now. It's going to be rough. If you hear something in the woods, you tell me. If you hear something in the water, you tell me.
Rolling in the water.
People
Hugging,
being
kissing,
distraught.
Are you
Shotguns.
allowed to take off your blindfold?
Did you hear that? The creatures.
1911.
It's
no?
a Glock, isn't it?
Is it a Glock?
36.
Oh, bad people.
Bird. Box.
All right.
Full of birds.
Tweet. Tweet. And yo, dead. All right, that's Bird Box. I need that 30,000-foot hitter. I need what this movie's all about. AP, what's going on?
Okay, Bird Box. You got Sandra Bullock, right?
Check.
She's got two little kids in the woods,
Check.
right? She tells these kids, we're going out on the river, and nobody put this blindfold on. Don't you ever take this off.
Right.
It is the most important thing in your life right now that you keep this blindfold on.
Check.
Don't even ask questions, Dale.
No.
You put that blindfold on,
And you'll like it.
and
If you
stay
take it
there,
off, I'll hurt you.
and you don't make a sound.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, kids. Okay, so that's how it starts off.
Unless you're
right?
ringing a bell.
Right.
And then we go. It's a kind of a movie has a little chronological back and forth.
Okay.
So 5 years ago, she flashed back to when she's pregnant, and she's with her sister. Everything's nice. You know, she's a little artist and all this other stuff. The only part of character development really in the whole film in the beginning, and then so then a crazy post-apocalyptic event happens where people just start committing suicide for no reason. Basically.
Right.
So no one knows what's going on, and it starts off like, oh, that's just in Russia, but then it comes to the United States in a vengeance of fury. So that comes to the United States, and then all hell breaks loose, and Sandra Bullock has to survive. So then it goes back and forth between 5 years in the future and present day,
Right.
and how she survived this event.
That's 30,000. That's pretty good. There's a lot of hijinks that ensue, but I'm glad you left it
There
out.
are birds in a box.
Yes, there are.
Spoiler.
So.
Well, there you go. Papa Steve, Bird Box. It's a hot film. What's your hot take?
I liked it.
You did.
I did.
Okay.
It was messed up.
Yes, it was.
And you know, when any movie that's got John Malkovich in it,
You're there.
it's gonna be Buckle up.
That's right, man.
We are close to death, but pronunciation should never suffer.
It was pretty trippy.
That's dynamite, man.
Pretty trippy, pretty exciting. And we can talk about this later.
Yes.
But
Off air or?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But this was very similar concept-wise to The Fog.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
The TV show, The Mist?
The Mist?
No, The Mist is, the show.
I'm sorry, The Mist.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
Yes.
The Mist.
TV show?
Right. No, not The Mist
The movie
TV show.
or the series or whatever the jacked up one was. So The Mist really sucked.
Mm-hmm.
And it was stupid and it was boring. I thought this was exciting and cool, and it made me wonder what was the difference, because basically, like, conceptually, it's sort of the same.
Similar.
There's this weird thing out there that we don't know what's going on. But to me, The Mist was stupid, and Bird Box was pretty exciting.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right. Patrick, what do you think?
I thought it built intensity very well.
Okay.
But when it lets you down, it's a long, hard fall, and there's no mattress at the bottom to catch you.
Can you give us an extremely vague way you were let down, or without revealing anything, can you not?
Well, yeah, so they're building. The intensity is being built throughout the movie. They do a wonderful, great job of just showing you the severity of what the consequence is,
Sure.
what the evil is.
Sure.
That's out there. But once, like, it comes into play, it's like, oh, you got to be kidding me. This is how they're going with the movie. I would have gave if this would have stopped and just left it as open-ended as possible, it'd be like an 8.5 for me.
Oh,
well,
okay.
like the ending you didn't like?
I'd say the
reveal of the evil.
No, the reveal of the evil is fine. The storytelling, them flipping back and forth between now and 5 years ago, it's very hard to do stuff like that, and I think they nailed it.
Okay.
But once you're in only present day, it's just such a letdown.
Okay. Oh, okay. Nice. Very vague. I like how you did that, but you're definitely, I can agree with you there. Adam, you gave us the 30,000, but what'd you really think, man? Did you like it? Did you not like it?
I kind of agree with Patrick. I thought the first hour was fantastic. I mean, society fine.
Sure.
I mean, awesome. I'm all in.
Right.
You know, things are happening. Intensity's building.
People need to hold up in a house with John Malkovich. Does it get better?
It's an evil that you can't
Sign me up.
They're in this house. They got newspaper all over the walls. You can't trust anybody. You can't look outside or else you're going to die. And no one knows why. No one knows what's going on. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I love this stuff. I love it.
Right.
And then, but then it just like the first hour goes by and then it just kind of, it just leaves me wanting. Like you never find out what the origin of the evil is or what it really is, which is a big problem for me. I need to know why this happened. You know
what? I didn't even care. I thought it was so cool. I didn't even care what it was.
Good for you.
Write a blog.
I wish I could think that. I wish I could be like, yeah, okay, it's just an evil thing you can't look at. And that's all you need to know, Adam. Just don't ask questions.
Yeah.
You know, like I wish I could just like put the blinders on and feel that. But it was, and then I thought the whole character development I thought Sandra Bullock was fantastic in this movie.
Sure.
I mean, I love Miss Congeniality. That's how good I think Sandra Bullock is.
Okay.
And she was awesome in it. But I wanted like she was pregnant. Okay, who was the father? What's she doing? What's her life like?
Oh,
Why is
okay.
she like this? What's
the
going
gender?
on? What's
A question we all have to ask.
Yeah, exactly. So, it started off awesome and then before we go on, I want to touch on. So, this movie became very popular online with memes.
Okay.
Of like people like, "Oh, my girl when I do this." And then it's just like Sandra Bullock in the blindfold.
Right.
So then I was reading that this movie is a commentary on social media. So like the evil's the social media. When you look at it, you just like,
who said that though? Did social media say that?
no. But then I thought it was ironic because this movie was popular because of social media.
Right.
So I thought it was kind of a big con movie.
Okay.
Personally,
You know, it's funny that you say that because like in that first scene of the movie, You see like a doctor talking on his cell phone. You see this wife on a cell phone. Like everybody's on a cell phone. I'm like, what is it? Oh, the cell phones are the evil in this movie. I'm like, okay. But then it just spins wildly out of control, and you're like, oh, I throw that out. But now that you said that, that's a very good point, Adam. Thank you.
Right. So if the whole thing is like, and then I heard from another guy today, I don't know if it's true or not, but that basically that Netflix got all these bots to put all these memes out there to make it popular so people watch it. And then they publish, Netflix published 45 million people watch Bird Box, but how are those numbers verified? We don't know. So they kind of just push this out there. I think we got conned, to be honest.
I'd say Russians. Mainly?
Oh, no doubt.
Probably North Korean.
Or North
They're
Korean.
the good ones.
Yeah, that's true.
Blind Russians.
Yeah, that's true. Blind Russians. You know what? Bird Box, I'm going to side a little bit with Papa Stephen Patrick. I'm going to agree with everybody. Love the setup. I love the situation they're in. I feel with you, Adam, like I wish I knew a little bit more backstory to give the characters, especially as they go through their progression, their conflicts. Like I wish I knew more about them to add weight or lack of weight. But at the same time, when Sandra Bullock, we see in the trailer, she crashes her sweet, what'd you say, Papa Steve, 86 Wagoneer, a little earlier, 78?
Yeah, you probably got it pretty close.
Whatever. It's in that late 70s, early 80s wagon. When they crash it, she gets into
the wood paneling, which is cool.
She's hanging out with John Malkovich. Like that's all the setup we get for anything. So when someone's put on the spot and you meet John Malkovich, it's like, all right, it's already exciting. So maybe I don't need backstory. So if you're wondering if it's bad or good and you can't decide, that's not a bad place to be. So this one, I think, I like the story. But I agree with Patrick. Somehow, how it ended up is kind of lacking.
It was a cop out,
but
I felt so bad.
Maybe I think you're right. When it got to present day and stayed there, it wasn't. It was kind of a cop out. Yeah, way to close it up. But that's just me. So I thought it was okay though. What do you think? No, nothing.
Well, so it's based on a book, and Val was telling me about the ending of the book, and I thought the ending of the book was a lot more gruesome than the ending of the movie. And I was like, I don't like, even if the book ends this way and the movie ends almost the same way, it's just not a good ending. It's this guy has this great book he's writing, and he gets 75% of the way through, and he's like, frick, I can't, how do I, like, I've built it up for so long,
right?
And now I need to close it. I need to wrap this up.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you would have just left it
maybe
open-ended,
had a deadline.
If he would have left it open-ended and just never released a second book, people would be like, oh, I want this second book. I'm just saying,
Ooh.
Patrick at 1890 Studios, if you need any marketing ideas.
Bird Box 2. It's your
well, he's screwed it up because he needed to cut it at
you're right.
2 hours.
He limited himself to Bird Box 1 only.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's not out there grinding like...
Papa Steve, we said some good and bad things. We need those pros, though. What are some good things for Bird Box?
Pros for me... I thought it was very exciting. I thought it was very suspenseful. I thought there were good characters. And I did not need to have the characters explained. I didn't need to have the problem or the monster or the whatever thing explained.
You didn't need that. Okay.
I thought it was cool enough that was just sort of like an incidental thing to what was happening with the characters.
Okay. I gotcha. Any other pros for you?
No.
Patrick, what are some pros?
Yeah, Papa Steve makes a good point right there. Like, it's there, accept it, watch the movie, have time. Not a good time, not a bad time, have time. My pro is that it's dynamite storytelling.
Okay.
I thought it was wonderfully written.
Jeff Bezos.
I thought it was wonderfully written, and I think it could have ended, well, it was a good scenery, well written.
Oh, yeah, the shots were
right. Okay. Adam, give me some pros.
Yeah, I think Sandra Bullock's my biggest pro, man. I thought she just brought it. And she's just a good actor. Every time I see her in a movie, I like it.
Right.
So, kudos.
She held it. Yeah. No, so pros for me is I thought it was very good looking as far as like establishing, and also it had a few jumps, which were the movie 2 hours and 4 minutes long. It's kind of a slog, but I think the jump scares made it. I think they did okay. What else? What else did I like about it? Hear that lip smack?
I heard it.
that a mile away. let's be honest, John Malkovich.
Ooh.
Say no, you had me at John Malkovich.
That's right. All right, cool. So he's my other pro. But we got to talk bad about it. Give me some cons, Papa Steve.
Well, I thought there were some things that were a little bit far-fetched.
Okay.
I really would have liked a better ending.
Okay.
A little bit more. I would have liked a better resolution.
Okay.
And there was some holes in it, but that's okay. I mean, that's cool.
Right.
Some things were a little bit far-fetched, even for a sci-fi post-apocalyptic thing.
Sure.
But, that's about it.
Okay. Not bad on the con side. Patrick, give me some cons, man.
Just going to mirror Papa Steve again. The ending is a letdown.
Oof.
They had a wonderful product, but, it just doesn't taste as good as it's marketed. Again, Patrick at 1890 Studios, if you need any help with marketing. But,
he'll do Bird Box 2 for next to nothing.
well, I just need some proper 12 and
Some
about
Jameson Ice Whiskey
$100,000.
Castmates IPM edition.
Adam, give me some cons, man. What's wrong with Bird Box?
The way it ended, I felt the same way when Lost ended. It was just like
well put.
It was just
not-
like it ends. And I'm like, I still have so many questions.
Yeah.
There's so many questions I have, big ones, integral to what's going on.
Real questions.
And you're just gonna say, "Oh, it's over, it's done." And I'm like, "Come on."
Okay.
I have one more con that I forgot to bring up.
Con it up.
You've got the present day, and you've got the flashbacks. There's a lot of people in the flashbacks that aren't in the present day.
Hello.
Yeah, what are you supposed to infer?
Red flag.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, there's so you could just like it doesn't almost infer what you're inferring, but it could be like, oh, this happened, but it doesn't mean that happened. You know,
You pretty much know that happened.
yeah, but
There's two characters. I don't even know what happened to them.
well, I know that's another.
I
maybe
think
that's-
we know what
maybe
happened
that's
to them.
Bird Box
that
too.
happened to them.
Ooh.
Oh, they got Bird Boxed.
Ooh,
They
got
got
Bird
boxed.
They got boxed up.
I'm sorry, I interrupted. You were ready to do your cons.
Yeah, cons for me would be okay. I'm going to agree with everybody. Ending was a letdown. A couple other cons is it frustrates me, and this is just a very vague. I'm just going to start complaining just about all movies. When you're in a group of people that are arguing, now let's take the movie Papa Steve mentioned, The Mist. Things can easily not get out of hand, but make a blander movie if you were to just say I don't know, one sentence to calm everybody down. A lot of things in this movie are very it's almost Frasier-esque, if I can dip back, because they're like Frasier could
What's
stop.
your dealer choice?
Yeah, Frasier could stop and be like, no, what I really meant was this, and then it just boom, story dies. But they don't because they want to make a show out of it. So in this, there's a lot of conflict with a handful of characters that could have been stopped and listen, let's think logically and let's figure out this problem. Which I'm putting myself in a post-apocalyptic universe, society defying, and going all right, let's try to figure this out. But a movie goes let's just all be wild. What do you think? And you're you want them to be smart because you love Sandra Bullock, John Malkovich. Let's all get together and get smart and figure things out. But no, let's just be chaotic. So that bugs me specifically. But to that end, the how the movie ties up is rough.
I think you're totally right, because when you're in that situation,
A post-apocalyptic situation.
I mean, what are you gonna do? You're gonna freak out, or are you gonna say, "Okay, guys, we gotta figure out what the heck's happening"?
Put
right
our heads
now.
together. Right.
I think most people would be like, "Okay, we need to figure this out."
Right.
Those things go all Lord of the Flies ish, and people get all kooky.
There was
Or Misty and they get all kooky.
there was a couple of people that were getting kooky, but I think they explained why they were feeling that kookiness and why they did what they did. I thought they explained the character's motivation well.
Right.
But at the same time, you would think there's protocols of order within the society.
You can quell that with just a few simple sentences. So that frustrates me. But it's barely a con. It's a personal con. It may not be for everybody else. We got to talk about if you'll watch it again or if you'll tell anybody to watch it. Papa Steve, what do you do?
I will not watch it again, but I would recommend it.
Okay, cool. Patrick, looking at you, rewatch or recommend?
No, I'm not going to rewatch it, and I'm not going to recommend it.
Okay, all right. Adam, do you rewatch or recommend it?
No, I only put on the docket because I saw the memes about it, and I'm a 30-year-old who's not so relevant with the millennials anymore, so I want to know what's going on.
Right.
And I was like, okay, I'll watch it. And it was just a bait to get guys like me to watch this movie.
God,
it was just like,
yeah.
oh, look at all these memes. She's blindfolded. Yeah, you know what? I'll give you the punchline for every
Sandra
meme.
Bullock's blindfolded. Gang, gang.
I'll give you the punchline for every meme. Don't take your blind off. I don't want to look at what's out there.
Right.
That's the punchline for every meme. You don't need to watch the movie. Don't want to recommend it. Don't watch it.
Okay.
Won't watch it again.
Did you see the crossover memes between Bandersnatch and Black Mirror or
No, I
Bird
did
Box?
not.
Oh, dude, that's a whole other level.
Meme 2.0. Just make that meme that like the art for this week's podcast with our faces.
We'll talk to the artist about that.
Where's the intern? Isn't he supposed to be doing that?
Yeah. It's
Nate or something?
Yeah,
who? Gabe?
Gabe the
Probably
Slug.
off watching Man U glory videos.
I'm gonna say I don't need to rewatch it. I would recommend it just to be with it. I mean, I think it's worth watching. I don't think it's terrible, but I don't need to watch it myself. So that kind of tells you what it's at. We're bringing out Lick's Grail. It's where we compare films to drinks. Maybe they're a story drink. Papa Steve, what does Bird Box compare to?
I don't have a story drink, but my drink would be the Blind Pilot,
Do tell.
which is 1 part bourbon, 1 part vermouth, and 1 part Galliano liqueur from the Netherlands.
Okay.
An herbal liqueur using 30 herbs, spices, and extracts.
Nice.
It just seems to fit.
Okay. There you go. Patrick, looking at you, bring it on Lick's Grail.
It's like a IPA that wasn't finished brewing, so it tastes good, but then all of a sudden you got a real bitter end to it,
Yeah.
and you're like, don't ever put another thing like this out.
Don't ever do that to me again.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I got it. Adam, looking at you, what's your drink review?
I give this one. It's like a party that you're at, and everyone's drinking, having a good time. Story drink.
Oh, hit him with the story. You want me to hit you with a story drink, dude?
And then
story drink.
so the night starts off well. Everyone's drinking, having a good time, drinking some gumball heads.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, someone gets really, really drunk and starts just yelling at everybody and saying strange things and inappropriate things that makes everyone else uncomfortable. So then you just gotta switch to water and just drive yourself home because this is not somewhere you want to be.
Okay.
Wait, was that the host of the party?
What?
Was that the host of the party that got just to
no,
let up?
it was some
Just
chick,
some
yeah,
dude.
yeah,
Just
some chick,
somebody.
yeah.
Oh my god, I
Okay.
hate when that happens. It's awful.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. I'm rolling down that story drink aisle myself, as I do from time to time. So you roll into a party late. You're late. Everybody's at it already, and you grab a glass. Somebody's like, "Hey, man, you got to try this whiskey." Oh, thank you. I'll try it. This is a Jameson Caskmates. It's the IPA edition. I'm gonna have a little sip of it. He's like, "Oh no, man, it's too much, man. Why don't I make you a whiskey ginger out of that?" But then quick, they dump a new thing of ginger ale in there. And you're like, "Oh, okay, cool. You know, I like whiskey ginger, but man, I wasn't. My head wasn't there for that drink." And somebody's like, "Man, what are you doing drinking Caskmates? You got to drink some Jim Beam." Boom, pour some Jim Beam there. Now it's like a weird Caskmates Jim Beam whiskey ginger. And you're like, wait a second, man, now I'm all ill-proportioned. I got way too much whiskey to my ginger. And things are going wild. And they're like, "Oh, no, you got to put some ice in there." "No, I have some really flavored ice cubes." And they're throwing all this stuff in your drink. And you're just standing there holding a cup. You just walked in. And you don't know where this movie's going. But then once you get to the end, you got a cup that's just a mess. And that's what this movie, all the stuff's happening, and then it just kind of ends up being a whole mishmash of towards the very end.
And it was Schweppes ginger ale.
And you know what? And that's what got me. That's the worst drink review ever. It's got Schweppes.
Sweaty balls.
That's Bird Box, and that's what we thought. We go off every week and we bring a dealer's choice. It's a film or show, which not for Papa Steve, of course, but we talk about it. Papa Steve, what did you go off this week and watch?
What didn't I watch, Dale?
That's the question.
You know, if you went on Netflix and you listen to the Netflix news, you listen to all the new things that are coming and going. All the Indiana Jones movies are on.
Nice.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail is on. There's some Brian Regan stand-up. There's all kinds of great stuff. But I happen to be on my own personal Ultimate Guys movie list.
Okay.
So I brought the Dirty Dozen. 1967.
Give me some top A-listers that are in that
7.8 IMDb. You want some A-listers?
Give me some A-listers.
Buckle up.
All right.
Lee Marvin, Ernest Borgnine, Charles Bronson, George Kennedy, Telly Savalas. It's
Who?
the who's who of
I think I've heard of one of those people.
60s and 70s.
Yeah.
Well, you're a young man, but during World War II. Okay, check this out.
Ready.
During World War II, an insubordinate army officer is facing court-martial
Check.
when he's given one last chance for a reprieve. He's got to select 12 army prisoners from a maximum security detention center.
Okay.
These guys are murderers, whatever. Okay, they're
in a maximum security prison.
they're
Right.
very not they're not nice men.
Pleasant gentlemen.
And train them to work together for a top secret mission behind the German lines and lead them into battle.
Nice.
So there's 1,000 weird things going on here. First, he's got to get these guys. They're prisoners. They're bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
They hate the army. They hate authority. He's got to get them to work together to work on a mission. So the deal is, if this mission succeeds, you guys can go free.
Right.
Wipe the slate clean.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody tries to escape, or
Yeah.
this thing goes sour,
It goes awry. Yeah.
you
You're
go
done.
right back into the brig.
Okay.
So the general, whatever, sergeant, whatever, the army officer that's
Sure.
leading them,
Right.
he's also in a bad way.
Okay.
So you've got to get these guys crap together, lead this mission, make it successful, or you're all going back into the brig.
Right. Okay.
That's cool.
It's super cool.
I like that concept.
Yeah. So there's
what's the mission? What do they have to do?
there's a Nazi meeting outpost
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
That we know that these 14 high-level Nazi officers are going to be at this place at this time.
Blow up the basket.
Exactly.
Nice.
You guys got to go there and kill them all, or whatever the thing is.
Eliminate.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the mission.
Okay.
It's a suicide mission.
Right.
You're gonna die. You're gonna go back to prison. Those are or if you succeed, then you can go.
Right.
So
And if somebody escapes, then they all go back to prison.
Right.
The entire
So if-
Russian army activated.
So if Schmucko tries to escape,
Right.
they all go back to prison. So
Yeah.
there's just a whole bunch of things.
they all
going
go
on.
back.
Oh yeah.
So Schmucko better tighten up.
Yeah,
Right.
get in line,
Exactly.
schmucko.
Okay.
So it's
is this a comedy?
hello. Did you just hear what I was saying?
Well, I
Did
don't
it
know if
sound
they
very
did it.
funny to you?
They
It
could.
could be like a slapsticky line.
Yeah.
These 12 guys.
Bill Murray.
These murders and rapists.
Yeah. It's not Stripes. Trust me.
Okay.
So it's a
sounds-
drama.
It's a
Action.
It's
gotta be an
action war.
Hmm.
Nice. What's the IMDb you said?
6.7.
6.7.
No. 7.8 from 67 from 1967. 7.8.
Dang.
Wow.
Nice.
So
Do you think it
that'll go
deserves
into
that?
the
or you-
that'll go into the Dale bag
into the
of
Dale
movies
bag.
you'll never watch.
Okay, all right. I may have a little something for you. All right.
Ooh.
All
Okay.
right. Cool. All right. One more time. Dirty Dozen, that's what it was?
Dirty Dozen. So my drink for that is the Snake Bite.
Nice.
It's a shot of whiskey and a little dash of lime juice. You
Del-
just shoot that baby.
Delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick, you went off this week and you watched something. What was it?
Well, I got a shoe in over here. Pop
Ah.
Steve already mentioned it. Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Oh.
Man,
Wow.
Classic.
right out of the park.
You're not diving deep, but
It's a dynamite.
Oh, it's pretty deep.
It's a dynamite.
but it's a
pit.
great place to go.
I think this would qualify for diving deep only because
Oh, no.
yeah, yes. You
all
know,
right,
we're
let
a
him,
very
Deep end of the kiddie pool.
All
we're a
right.
very well versed movie watching group,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
But like I go to my little sister, she's never seen it. I go to my little bit older younger sister, she's never seen it.
It's a must watch.
And I guarantee they won't like it.
It's a must
They-
watch.
Loved it. because I forced them to love it, because this is a good movie from all the way back in 75.
Ah, yes.
Remember how good 75 was? It was
I'll never
wonderful.
forget.
Don't I ever.
Okay.
8.3 on IMDb.
Third wife, Beverly.
How many times can you quote this movie?
Endlessly.
Endlessly.
Every line's quotable.
Every line. I agree. And on top of that, the quotes never get old.
True.
I watched this movie once when I was 5. I watched it 16 times when I was 16. I'm 29 now, and I'll watch it 30 times just to stick it to 29. This movie, if it's not dealer's choice this week, you guys got a problem.
I say put it on the docket.
Dang.
We're not diving deep, let's be honest, but still.
This is diving deep. Today's generation, our demographic,
You know
has
what?
not seen it.
You know what? You have a point.
Thank you.
So
I always have a
You're
point.
making like a social
Commentary? Yeah, that's me. You can check me out at Patrick1890studios.com/YouTube/ get your swag.
No, dude, I get to dive deep, man.
Hashtag.
All right, Adam. Talk to me about diving deep. I want to get into
I
this.
mean, what? Okay, let's think about it from a percentage basis.
Okay.
So if X percent of people have not seen this movie,
Okay.
what percentage do you think that's at to qualify for diving deep?
That's a good point. I would almost.
What's our
have
demographics?
I would have to say sub
8 to
10%
16.
is diving deep. Personal opinion.
See,
But now
10% is Mariana's Trench, in
That's
my
what I'm.
opinion.
No, I don't think it's Mariana's Trench, especially for Netflix because it is a limited amount of movies. But but Patrick's not watching it on a like who's watch perspective. He's digging it up from a generation that's watched it, as Patrick said,
Thank you.
50 times or whatever, and he's trying to sell it to a new audience. He's on a mission right now to sell this movie.
And I think you guys should join my mission.
So he's not diving deep as far as hidden movies inside of Netflix. He's diving deep as trying to sell it to the younger audience.
Also, I want to throw a little asterisk on the end of it. I'm trying to go for week 2.
Okay.
Pick of the week.
And
so.
he's got an agenda.
Yeah.
Okay.
That being said, I love this movie. You guys love this movie. There's not going to be a better movie on the docket.
It's a classic.
Okay.
It's a classic.
There's movies that are cult classics that are very narrow, The Warriors, stuff like that.
Sure.
This is just straight up classic. This is British humor when British humor was at the peak of humor. If you don't understand this joke, watch it again.
You're the idiot.
You're the idiot.
Wow. Okay.
Preach it.
All right. Cool. That's Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Good pick. All right. Adam, what'd you go off and watch?
Well,
this
you know
week?
why I'm right.
Yeah.
You just kicked it to me without even asking what the movie's about, and you're going to tell me it's diving deep?
Oh.
No.
Got him.
We've already established that we've already seen the movie. All of us have seen this movie. If you want me to explain it, I'll explain it. I don't have a problem with that.
No, I don't care. I've seen it. It's not
I
diving
know
deep.
you've seen it because you're an experienced movie
But why
watcher.
don't you feel the need to explain it to our
Because
listeners?
I want it to be pure when they see it. I don't want to
You're
do
such
my
bullshit.
BS 30,000 feet. So I'm just going to let it coast right into your eyeballs.
Sure. Okay.
Man, all right.
But now, like Christmas crack into your chimney hole.
Something dumb. It was dumb, dude. It was so dumb.
Okay. All right.
Easy, Adam.
Mr. P, what did you bring?
Yeah, I want to hear it, but interesting to bring it up because I kind of agree with both of you. But anyway, go ahead, Adam. What did you watch this week?
Okay, so I watched the show 7 Days Out. So what it does, it looks at big events.
I don't know anything about it. Why don't you dive deep into the pod and tell me about
Oh, well, yeah, I will dive deep, Dale. I don't think many people have seen this before. That's why I will talk about it on the Netflix Explorers.
7 what?
I'm going to put Bird Box on the
7
docket because 75 million people haven't freaking seen it yet.
Please, let the man finish. 7 what now? I didn't catch the title.
7 Days Out.
Okay.
So we go to big events. We're talking Kentucky Derby, Westminster Dog Show, other stuff. Big events, and we're
at 30,000
L fashion show. We're gonna go like 7 days out and how they all prep behind the scenes, how they prep for these big events and all this stuff.
L's pretty hot.
Yeah, L's pretty hot.
L McPherson.
Yes.
Let's be honest.
sure. I'm not going to argue. So
That's
I watched.
not diving deep. Right
So I
there.
watched 2 of them.
Oh,
And the first one I watched was about space. You know me and space. Guys.
Sure.
You know,
Okay.
I love space.
Adam DeGrasse Tyson.
So it was cool. It was NASA's Cassini mission.
Okay.
NASA's Cassini mission. Do you know what the Cassini mission is?
That's when they
Go
flew
on.
the Cassini.
Well, no, they flew a Cassini
At the moon.
like robot to Saturn, and this thing, the rocket launched in 1995, and this thing has been orbiting Saturn for 20 years, sending back data.
Dang.
Reminds me of my third wife.
Yeah.
Beverly.
So they're like, hey, this robot's almost out of juice.
Okay.
Okay, we got to do something with this robot. We can't just let it float out there. So we're going to take it into Saturn's orbit, let it burn up in the atmosphere.
Mm.
Oh.
So he had it was a big event. Everyone's there. They orbited Titan, got some shots of Titan.
Oh,
that's how we
Moon
know
Fishman.
That's how we know everything about Titan.
Moonfish Man.
That's
There's
right.
no Titan movie without Cassini, which is not a compliment, but you know what I'm saying.
Wait a second. That wasn't a documentary?
It was
What?
boats. I
The
thought.
show Titan?
The movie Titan.
Yeah. I thought that was a documentary.
No.
About
Negative.
Moonfish Man.
No, negative.
Okay.
But yeah, very cool just to see how all the people behind it that worked on it for 20 years, everyone like that ever worked on it came to see
They called
it
it back
end.
in. Yeah.
To be
That is
honest,
pretty cool.
it was kind of lame. It was like it was kind of just like
Okay.
Oh, what a twist.
but there was no like and I watched a couple of other ones too.
Okay.
But there's no like when I see like 7 Days Out Kentucky Derby. Okay, I want to see like did one of the horses fall and break a leg, and now we gotta get a backup horse, and one of the jockeys slept with the other jockey's wife, and we gotta do a last minute swap. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking for.
Right.
But no, it's like everything went smoothly, no problems at all. I'm like, come on, I'm even calling BS on this.
Right.
So it was more about the event and not the lead up to it, which I kind of didn't. I wanted more of the lead up to it and how they prep for it and everything.
Okay.
So, but the Cassini thing, it was just cool learning about Cassini. It wasn't even cool like it just burned up.
I
the
didn't even know
atmosphere.
about it.
Right. Right.
Did
And
it burn up?
Yeah.
Okay.
So then they burned up in the atmosphere, and everyone was like, okay, that's the end. I'm calling an end to this mission, successful mission, like 20-year mission, which was just mind blowing,
Right.
to learn about. So that was cool. And then the other one I watched was the Westminster Dog Show, which was they followed like 3. It was basically Best in Show, but not satirical,
Right.
which was really cool actually. Like I learned a lot about how the dog show works.
Huh.
So you pick a best breed of every dog. So all the breeds of dog, everyone gets the best beagle, the best golden retriever, the best lab,
Right.
and they go into like 7 groups, like hunting and toy and all
Right
the
now,
herding.
I'm just picturing Best of Show in my head.
Right, exactly. So if you want like it was like the real version of Best in Show,
Right.
which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's exactly how they shot it.
Okay.
So it's got nothing to do with like how they prep for the event or what happened when the dog that won fell or what I'm saying. Like I wanted some drama behind
Yeah,
the scenes,
yeah.
but there wasn't any.
Turns
So,
out none of that happened 7 days before the
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
So
You got to watch 8 days before.
That's when the
it's-
action.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right.
I say pass.
How many episodes and how far are you going to keep going?
I'm done. I mean,
Oh,
it
okay.
was just something that was on, so I thought it sounded interesting. So there's 7 episodes. League of Legends, which is a video game conference.
Yeah.
So that I might watch that one.
That's a video game.
It was Chanel Haute Couture fashion show,
Okay.
Kentucky Derby. I might watch Kentucky Derby. There's just like cool events, 11 Madison Park. What's that? I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
And then Westminster Dog Show. So
That's
Okay.
about Alvin and the Chipmunks, I think.
I think so. I think you're
Yeah.
right.
So that's what I got.
Okay, cool, man. All right, right on. I watched 2 things. Now, we've been talking about the Dale bag. That's where people give me suggestions. Dale, you got to watch it. And I never really get around to it. Because I'm a busy man, I watch a lot of movies for the docket. So, what I watched as my first dealer's choice, because I'm bringing you 2, and then I'm bringing 1 out of the Dale bag.
Ooh.
Spoiler alert. I watched Stand Up and Away! With Brian Regan. This is Brian Regan blends his trademark observational stand-up with short sketches and a bit of audience interaction in this hybrid comedy series.
I watched that today.
6.2 on IMDb. It's got it's produced by Jerry Seinfeld, and it starts with like a mock stand-up thing, which has a lot of his old bits. And I don't know if that's because I've never heard, or I've heard them maybe better and in a live way. I thought they were better. But I thought his skits were really, really funny. I thought his skits were done really well, so that he he kind of talks like he's doing stand-up, and then he goes into a skit. It's almost like Seinfeld light. So 6.2, I think it's where it's got to be. I think it needs to develop a little bit more. I'm behind it, and I'm kind of excited about it, but it's not bad.
It's not a series, right? It's an actual full-length
No.
stand-up?
No, it is a show. It is
it's
a
a show.
4-episode show thus far.
What are they, half-hour apiece?
45 minutes, I want to say.
Oh.
I could tell you here. No, I can't tell you. Doesn't say.
All
But I
right.
want to say 45 minutes.
All right.
So it's not bad. I am going to pay attention to it and watch it later for sure.
Wait. This is series. You watched it, Papa Steve?
I watched one thing of it.
One episode?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. But now
If it was a series, be serious, Patrick.
get it together. So
Get a mirror.
I did.
Look at your life.
I did dive into the Dale bag, and I watched The King's
Yeah.
Speech. I've been telling everyone I'm going to watch it.
How did you like it?
Since September, I've said I'm going to watch it. I really liked it.
I think it's awesome.
If you said anything less, I would have.
Yeah, I know. Well, I didn't like it, but I don't want to get beat up by all these guys. No, I thought it was pretty good. I remember, I forget if it was S. Joel Norman at sjoelnorman.com, but
JoelSnorman.com.
yeah, whoever it is. I was talking to somebody. I was like, "Yeah, Dad says I got to watch King's Speech." He's like, "That movie sucks." I think it was him.
dude.
I was like, so I'm like, all right, so I'm torn. Who do I believe? My father, my brother, And I watched it. I really liked it. So I guess, Dad, you win on this one.
All right, awesome.
But it was different than what you guys said. The story was exactly how you guys said it was, but it was a lot different to watch than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was I thought he had a female teacher and it was a love story, but that changed right away.
Mm-mm.
So, but I thought it was
It
pretty
might
good.
have been a love story, but yeah.
It was love of country, perhaps. So anyway, just to reach into the Dale bag, I did get to one.
Good boy.
And
Good for
2019 is
you.
here,
Look
so
at you.
a King's Speech it is. So
Your bag is still full, though. Let's be honest.
that's right. I got to keep after it. We have to watch one more. It is Black Mirror: Bandersnatch, 2018 film. In 1984, a young programmer begins to question reality as he works to adapt a fantasy novel into a video game. 7.7 somehow on IMDb. It's rated R. It's an hour and 30 minutes. Unless you're like me, you win about 5. It's a drama, mystery, sci-fi. And let's roll a trailer, then I'll go through these notes.
Benedict Bandersnatch.
Netflix. Thinking weird things.
What sorts of things?
Oh, you know, things.
Crazy things.
Factory.
You know, things.
So he's making he's in a computer game company?
Yeah, Tuckersoft, like Microsoft, but a developer of
genius.
See that bloke who went cuckoo
Games.
and cut his wife's head off?
You know, a bloke.
When it's a concept piece, bit of madness is what you need.
Yes. Just relax.
Dude, this intro song is fantastic.
There is something.
So we're just seeing random images.
Who wakes up at 8:30?
Definitely not me.
Well, he's a video game programmer.
You see the bigger picture.
That's when you worried me.
I never got that part.
I didn't get a lot of parts.
Black Mirror, Bandersnatch. Only on Netflix.
I knew I was going to say that. Adam, you're usually hanging at 30,000. We may send you up to like orbital at this
Pluto.
point. Yeah, exactly. We need to look down on this one. What is Black Mirror Bandersnatch all about?
Going up to space, boys.
Hit it.
Let me tell you what Black Mirror Bandersnatch. Okay.
Please.
So this is an interactive movie. Okay, everybody? That means you make the decisions for the main character.
Or you don't have to.
Or you don't have to. Or you can let the fate decide.
Ah.
So what you have is this guy who's a young programmer living in England, and he's trying to make a game called Bandersnatch based off a novel. And this book had a concept where you choose the path of the character. So then you make a decision, and that leads you down X path in the story.
Sure.
Or you make this decision, you'll go down a different path.
So little prompts come up on the screen when a character's in a A or B type situation. You get to pick what he does next.
But okay, well, I'm still in 30,000 foot. Hang on.
Oh, true.
So
You should be at 60. You should be space shuttle status
Yeah,
right now.
okay.
All right, astronaut,
Grab
doing a
some
doing a
oxygen.
spacewalk. So
I'm doing the moonwalk right now.
basically, your first big decision as the character is you go to Tuckersoft and you have to pitch your game.
Okay.
You're pitching your game that you're developing, and then the big first decision you make is, hey, do you want to develop your? Yeah, we'll develop your game here. We'll sell it. We'll go to Christmas and everything. Or do you refuse and work on it yourself?
Oh.
So that's your first, and then hijinks freaking ensue
Sure.
from there, man.
Your
I mean,
own
you-
hijinks could ensue.
Yeah, exactly.
Your very
Okay.
own Netflix hijinks.
It's a totally different style than I've ever. It's been done in the past, of course, in different formats, but this is the first time I've had to deal with an interactive film. Papa Steve, interactive film. Just talk to me on that. Not even this type.
I'm very.
Are you
interested-
down with
I
this
am-
type of format coming in the future?
Before I'm very interested to hear Papa Steve.
Okay.
Take.
That was very cool.
Okay.
I mean, the concept is very cool.
Right.
To create your own whatever. I thought that was. I think that's the first time I've ever been in contact with something like that. I
Sure,
don't know if
sure.
you guys have.
Yeah,
done anything
I've
like
never
that.
done an interactive film.
No, so that part was super cool.
Okay.
It was a cool concept. It was a cool story as far as the choices go. As a movie, or whatever,
Yeah, whatever it is.
viewing event,
Yeah.
you call it. Maybe I was making the wrong choices, but this thing freaking went on forever, and there was no fast forward bar.
Right.
Yeah. That's exactly what I want to hear you say, because I try to fast forward as well.
You can't.
They had to change the whole watching
The
system.
interface.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I was making the wrong choices, but I'm going, dang, this has lasted forever.
So an hour 30, it wasn't an hour 30 for you?
Well, hour 30 is about when I unplugged my computer.
You were worried about getting taken
You just
over.
got
I didn't know
Black
what was
Mirror.
going on. I'm like, dude, this is freaking me out. I'm unplugging my computer. I'm just
Okay.
hiding in the bathroom.
All right. But you're down with these type of movies coming to the
Have you
forefront?
ever seen Black Mirror, the show?
I think I watched one of them before, and they're freaky. It's cool. I'm not a sci-fi kind of guy, so whatever. It's I can play along.
Yeah.
But and we'll get the pros and cons later. But that's my
sure.
30,000 view.
Okay, cool. All right, Patrick, looking at you. You watched it last week for your dealer's choice. Did you keep watching it this week, or did you already do enough damage last week?
No, I'm still trying to get a certain ending that I want,
Okay.
but I can't seem to find it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, you have the outline for the show.
The flowchart?
Yes.
Yeah, so I was
Which, let it be known, the one you sent me is not correct.
I know.
Okay.
Because I was working off of that one. Nope.
Nope.
No
I got
game.
the
no
correct
game.
one.
You gotta send it over.
Mm.
Because I'm trying to get this ending, because I know it was wrong, because I was looking through it, and there's just no way to path myself into it, and I was very upset. But I mean, I was also, when I watched this with the flow chart, it was 2 days after the movie came out. I was
Okay.
like, whatever.
Yeah.
But, it's very enjoyable.
I want to talk to you after the show about the ending you got, because I think I got one of the special ones, quote unquote.
Oh, you dog.
Because I was looking at it on Reddit, and they're like, "There's no way to find this one," and like that, I watched it, and that's how it ended. I was like,
No.
So we'll talk about it later. But
Yeah.
which leads to the point: there's a ton of different endings. I mean, you
Yeah.
could choose. So even watching it last week and then watching it again for this podcast, you could choose a million
Well,
different
so
endings.
originally it comes out, I watch it, we podcast.
Sure.
I see it on the docket, I watch it again. I probably spent at least 4 hours going through this movie, just watching
Sweet
as it
Sister
progresses.
Sadie.
because it's not a regular movie.
Sure.
You know, there's another level to rewatchability
Sure.
with this movie. So
Okay.
it's really good. It's
Okay.
if you like Black Mirror, you're 100% all in. YOLO on this movie.
Gotcha. YOLO it is. Adam, talk to me about Black Mirror Bandersnatch.
Yeah, man, this is awesome.
You're down with it.
I'm very down with it. It's so cool. It's what I love about it the most, I think, is the commitment to the idea. This movie is committed to this idea to the core. The story's about it. The decision making's about the idea of making decisions for a video game or a book or a movie, or you're making the decisions. It's all intertwined, and it's all committed to the process, which I think is why it's so good.
Okay.
If you just went out and made an interactive movie, everyone would be like, okay, whatever. But if you explain the history of interactive things and how that works and what does that say about your life and what is this, like that it took it to another level for me.
An interactive movie about interactive things.
Yes, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And there's parts I won't give it away, but like it gets real trippy, and it's
But what you watch might not be what I watch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then, me and Jenna watched it together. I wanted to watch it with her. I was like, this is a good couples thing to watch.
Sure.
Mind blown.
And then so we get to the end and we're like, we made some terrible decisions. This ending is terrible. Let's go back. She's like, well, let's go back and try this again. So we go back. Okay, let's try it. Let's do this, but not do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see how that works.
Okay.
But then
that was pretty cool.
Okay.
That was
all right.
Did any of you get the Netflix option?
I did.
Like the real meta.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, it's not giving away anything.
No, yeah. The Netflix option's hitting play on the movie. Right, guys?
Thanks, Dale.
Anything else, Adam, for yours?
Did you read the notes there?
No, I can read through the notes real quick. What do we got here? The total amount of footage included to make all the film's possible variations to work is 5 hours, 12 minutes, 13 seconds.
I think that's the one I watched.
Okay. The actor portraying Jeremy F. Davies is Jeff Minter, who himself is actually a famous 8-bit video game designer who created several successful games in the 80s. The windows of Stefan's house are in the shape of the white bear symbol. See below. And it looks like an upside-down Y.
That'll be in the show notes.
Yeah, it'll be in the show notes.
That'll be on the show page.
1890studios.com/swag. I think.
Something like that.
No, so my 30,000, I'm going to take some hate here. I didn't like it. Not that I didn't like the story, didn't absolutely love how it looked, didn't like the actors, I don't want to control a movie anymore. I don't want to do it. I can control video games. I can control my normal everyday life. I was enjoying this movie. I was enjoying the characters. There's, if I can dance a little bit, the situations that they got in on their own that I didn't have to choose were fine. I'm down. I'm down with everything. I'm game. But I don't want to make those decisions. And that's just me. And I kind of want to be devil's advocate a little bit because everybody else loved it. But sometimes, you'd see a situation or like a scene pass, and they're like, all right, do you want to do A or B? And I'm like, wait, me or this character? And you're like, well, no, come on, it's an interactive movie. Like, what do you want to do? Like, well, no.
Point,
I said, wait a second. Me? Here's an instance. He's a computer thing, and it says, all right, put your T on your keyboard. I'm like, well, I was pissed off enough. I wouldn't yell at my dad. I'd probably put this stuff on my keyboard. And like something happens, like, well, and then it's like, well, you better try again. Like, try the movie over again. You're like, wait a second. No, that's not how movies work. Movies are supposed to tell a tale, and I get to decide how the tale works after it's done. Not, you're in a movie, and these are the only choices you get to make, and if it's not the right one, you have to redo it.
No, because you could have picked T on the keyboard, and then you could have just rolled credits.
It didn't say that. It made me.
It would be.
Oh, did it say that?
It would be
corner?
in the top left.
Because I remember only one time seeing run credits.
Go
in the
to
corner.
credits. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The rest of the time, it's like we're going to redo it.
And
then when I went back in, it made me choose the choice that I didn't pick the first time. It was the only way to keep going was to choose the other choice. It's like, well, then who's watching this movie? I'm not on board anymore because now the guy's just doing whatever he wants. Why don't you just make a movie that does whatever it's want, like every other movie,
and then I could just watching you.
And then I could just watch a movie. So anyway, and then I just started jacking with it a little bit and not paying attention, and I got sick of it, and I got the cool ending. So I was like, okay. So anyway, here's the thing. Interactive movies, I'm down with it. Do it. Everyone make an interactive movie. Will I watch them? Probably not. I just don't. If you want my opinion in this interactivity, then that's different. If you want me to decide for a character, wait, you wrote the character, you decide for me. I watch too many movies to have to make my own movie.
Take it easy there, Letterman.
Write a blog.
I think I'm going to. 1890studios.com/interactive movies aren't for me. .org. But that's what I thought. That's my 30,000. We got to talk about pros. Papa Steve, what did you like about Black Mirror Bandersnatch?
I thought it was a really interesting concept.
Yeah.
It's the first time I ever did an interactive thing like that.
Yeah.
Super cool idea. Patrick, you were talking about it last week, how it's pretty seamless when you click on a choice.
Right.
It just, the movie just flows
Yeah.
right into that scene.
And let me also just say, in no way did the filmmaking, did the decision making, did like the situation, like how it came to be, was not perfection. I just didn't like to interact with it. Anyway, I'm sorry.
So
I want to make my point clear before you guys hop over the table.
So the concept was pretty cool.
Right.
So that was, I really enjoyed the
experience.
Interactivity.
That was interesting. I've never experienced it before. So that was cool.
Right.
And I appreciated the 80s era stuff
Yeah.
that was going on, the games, the scenes, the technology.
Sure.
That was pretty true and faithful. So that was cool. I enjoyed that.
Okay. Cool.
So those are my pros.
Patrick, give me some pros.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's not a movie that's going to tickle everybody's fancy, apparently, but, you know, it's a dynamite movie.
Right.
I mean, if you need to hear my review from last week to this week, it'd be the same thing, except for I did encounter one little buffer, and when I encountered it,
Bruce Buffer?
Bruce Buffer. It's time! I wish, but no, I hit one of the options, and I don't know if I just had like a spike in my network or something, but it had to buffer, and I was like,
ruined the experience for you.
Yeah,
so you got to have a good internet connection.
Well, it ruined the experience for me because I was
an IT guy.
If only I knew one. It ruined it for me because as soon as I saw that little buffering, it like snapped me out of like that mental focus where I am the main character,
right?
Or I'm making decisions for them because now I'm like, oh, I'm watching Netflix, Pat, 30,000 feet,
right?
You're just observing,
right?
But now. Still love it.
Okay.
I love everything about it.
All right, cool. Give me a pro, Adam.
Yeah, I think you nailed it with the whole system interface, how they developed it was really great.
Yeah.
No buffering. You make a decision. It's seamless. Nothing. You don't skip a beat.
Sure.
It's easy to
you
work.
You don't need to reload like a whole page.
Yeah, I would say the system and how they made it interactive for us is pretty sweet.
Sure. Yeah, pros for me, if we're talking about how interactive movies work, dynamite.
Are there any other ones?
There are some. There's a lot of but they're all laggy and you got to go to different chapters. I remember old like DVDs having those where you go to like a different chapter if you wanted X. But this is so fluid and it's in app, which is totally different. And I think it's the first one on Netflix, so that's awesome. So I'll give it how it works a pro. I can't get into cons just yet, but yeah, I like the idea that it works, but it doesn't work for me. But let's go to cons. Pop Steve, give me a con.
As a show, just watching it for entertainment, I don't know if I made the wrong choices, but it was way too long and way too clunky.
Okay.
I think I went through like the same things. I don't know if I made the wrong choices, but it was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Where is the fast forward on this thing? This thing's flipping taking forever. I mean, it was cool and stuff, but it was like, oh, come on, be done already.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my con.
Okay, cool. Patrick, give me some cons.
It buffered once.
Anything else?
No.
Adam, looking at you, or some cons?
Well, I kind of want to. Everything you said was valid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, am I making a decision for the character? Am I trying to think what the character is? Is this what Dale wants? And if this is what Dale wants, why does it just end there? Totally valid. It's a weird movie.
Right.
It's not a movie. Stop thinking of it as a movie. It's a maze that you're trying to figure out
for this character. It's
for
a
this
game.
character. It's a game.
It's a
It's
game.
not a movie. It's a game.
It's a game.
maze. It's for entertainment.
Sure.
If you think of it from a movie standpoint, you're gonna be frustrated with the characters and how they go through that.
Right.
Think of it like this is gonna be like because when we watched it the first time, me and Jenna, let's watch it again and try this again. Once we said that, it stopped becoming a movie. It is now a game. It is now a maze that we were trying to find the cheese at the end of.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. No. So your con is you agree, but it turned into a pro at the end.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is a.
Oh, we're back in pros?
Yeah. That's
well, let me continue.
Yeah. No. Yes.
No, I disagree with everything you say. I'm just saying.
I
I'm
understand.
just saying. Try to think of it in a different light.
That's what I'm saying. So if I come here as a Netflix explorer, as a movie watcher, my cons are going to be like, I gotta make my decisions or this character's decisions. Well, what am I doing? Am I playing? Am I playing? I just said playing. Am I watching? No, I'm playing. So is this a movie? Yes, but you're controlling a movie, but then it's not what you want to do. So I don't know. I think interactive movies, I am excited to see more. Did this movie do a bad job at it? Absolutely not. What is the con? If you thought it was going to be something where you could get what you wanted out of it, think again. It is, as Adam said, it's a game. It's a maze.
I really feel the only way it worked for me.
You feel?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay.
That's 2019.
Okay. Well, hey.
Okay.
I feel the only way it worked for me is just that it because it was so committed to the idea.
Yeah.
It's like, this is the idea.
Right.
We're making a game about this movie, about this concept.
And then, as you said earlier, the story is about creating a game with choices.
Right. And I feel like that's the only way it worked. If I'm just watching, I don't know,
what if
Liar, and I get to pick what Jim Carrey says next, I'm not
right.
That's a dumb.
What
that's
if
a dumb idea?
What if you're watching an army movie and he's like, all right, attack to the left or retreat? Would that be a fun thing? Like an action?
That'd be pretty fun.
An action film would be fun. So I'm excited for these interactives to keep
But then
coming.
that's a game. That's not a movie. It's you know what I'm saying?
That's true. Yeah. You don't know how it will play out.
It's basically just one big Red Dead Redemption game.
right.
On Netflix.
Okay. All right. We talked a lot about it, but we have to talk about if you'll watch it again or you'll tell other people to watch it. Papa Steve, what do you do?
I will not rewatch it.
Won't try to rework through a different ending?
Nope. The juice wasn't worth the squeeze, as they say.
Oh, as we do say.
And would I recommend it? I mean, it's interesting as a concept.
Sure.
It's not worth it as entertainment to me.
Ah, I see. Okay.
So I would not recommend it.
Okay. Patrick, do you rewatch it 6-8 hours at a time? Do you recommend it?
I'm still trying to find that one ending for me.
Okay.
I know it's not a game, but I often refer to as I have to go play Bandersnatch or something.
Okay, yeah.
I'm talking with Val the first time I'm watching it, and for some reason, instead of saying, hey, I'm trying to watch this movie, it's like, I'm trying to play this movie. Can you turn your iPad down? Gosh darn it.
Mm-hmm.
But no,
you don't
it's
say
very
gosh
good.
Darn it.
Of course I do. I'm a good Christian boy.
Okay.
Tag nabbit.
Adam, do you rewatch it? Do you recommend it?
Oh, yeah. I definitely recommend it, everybody. This is definitely worth checking out.
Okay.
I think the whole idea, it's very Black Mirror-y. It's I mean, that's the whole reason it works. It's awesome. Definitely watch it. Recommendability or rewatchability is through the roof.
Sure.
I mean, this is
1,000 ways.
Not even ringy. This is Bandersnatchy.
Build your own ring.
Because you can go back and make a decision.
That's in the glossary.
Yeah. It is now. I'm working on it.
Yeah. So, I mean, absolutely and absolutely.
Okay, cool. Yeah, do I need to rewatch it? I don't want to do it by myself. I think it'd be fun with a group of people in the same way that a game with a group of people could be fun to go through and be like, hey, you want to see how it ends this way? Sure. Phil, like if you have a friend named Phil, you could say that to someone. So I could recommend. I'll recommend doing that, and I'll rewatch it in that sense. We bring it down to liquor store aisle. Papa Steve, what's this compared to?
So for me, this was a non-alcoholic beer.
Okay.
And I just keep drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking and.
Right.
I'm not getting any satisfaction. I just keep drinking and drinking and drinking and okay, now I'm just full and I have to take a leak. So I just keep drinking and drinking it, and that's it.
And that's it. That's all it is.
That's all it is. Now I'm just full, and I have to go potty.
Okay. All right, cool. Patrick, bring it down to liquor store aisle.
You know, last week I gave Doom proper 12.
Yeah.
And it was very justified.
Okay.
Because Doom is a great movie. Check out last week's episode for Doom, dynamite movie. But I might have to shift it. Because, you know, I come back to proper 12 time and time again. And you don't find proper 12 very often.
No, rarely, in fact.
Very rarely. You have to order it by the case, special order, and wait 2 months. Not that I know.
AP's the only one that has a bottle in the region.
That's what I heard. He tried to sell it to me for $1 million. I
thought
about it.
Corner of the market.
Precious went up.
Okay.
But no, it's proper 12 in the sense that, you know, it's enjoyable every time you have it. It's, you know, you can come back to it morning, noon, or night.
Yeah.
And it's there for you.
And you do.
What?
Adam, looking at you. Bring this one down the liquor store aisle.
For me, this reminds me of a drinking game.
Okay.
This reminds me of playing beer hockey.
Oh, tell me how to play that.
I've never played that.
Basically,
it's a Canadian game.
Yeah. You got everyone's got an empty beer bottle in front of them.
Okay.
And you're playing the whole time. It's very interactive. And you're spinning a coin, and then once your name gets called out, you try to hit the coin in someone else's beer. Very simple, very fun. But then you're watching, this is fun, this is good. Okay, I lost. Oh, do it again. Oh, I lost, but do it again. But you're having fun, but you know sometimes you'll lose, but you want to keep playing because you want to win.
Oh, nice work. Okay, no, I dig it. Patrick, get off your drink review high horse.
Hey, story drink.
The proper 12 of the region.
Yeah. Okay, all right, I dig it. Drink review for me. What is something that you like? It's got big praise, but it's not very good.
My third wife.
Dude, Beverly's been brought up so much in this podcast. No, this is like you got Sean, a.k.a. Puffy Combs, Ciroc. Is it vodka? He's got vodka, right? That flavored vodka.
I have no idea.
Exactly. You guys don't know what it's about. It's an interactive film. Nobody really knows what it's about until they're in it. So wait, vodka's vodka. But no. This is something different. This is special.
Puffy vodka.
Exactly. It's something different. It's infused. It's got flavors. I'm like,
You want to go to one of those bars where they blow cigar smoke in a decanter of whiskey and stuff like that.
Oh,
is that what it's about?
That's over at a new sponsor of the podcast, Provecho,
Blinds
in Crown Point.
That's Gunsmoke, I think. Okay, well, regardless, it's just something that, like, I don't know. It's got a big to do behind it, but it's like, you know, this is just kind of like a game. It's just kind of, it doesn't deserve the praise. You're just a vodka, Sean Puffy Combs. You don't need to be too crazy. Tito's is fine. A regular movie, if you just want to sit down and get entertainment thrown at you, just watch a movie. Regular Tito's is fine. But Ciroc vodka, it's newer, it's different, it's flashier.
It's puffy.
I like the interactive films. I didn't like this one. I just didn't like it. I don't know. Flavored vodka.
I'm with you.
Flavored vodka it is. But Patrick's on deck for being, so far, 2019 Blythe's Pick of the Week.
It's only been like 2 weeks.
Wow, he's still 100%.
The belt's still. You want to tickle this nickel? It's around my belt.
You want to feel
Put your pants back on.
Papa Steve, Pick of the
disgusting.
Week. What do you think, man? What are you picking?
Let's see. Yours was you didn't even like yours.
Yeah,
Monty Python and the Holy Grail right
Monty
here in
Python
this
and Holy
corner,
Grail.
fighting out of the red corner.
That's a
Monty
no-brainer.
Python
Right.
takes the round. Adam.
Wait a minute. What was yours, Dale?
Mine was either King's Speech or Brian Regan's stand-up.
Okay, I watched both of those, so I'm gonna go with Monty Python just because I want to watch it anyway.
Patrick, what are you gonna pick?
Papa Steve did Stripes, so I'll take Stripes.
Not Stripes.
No, it's Dirty Dozen.
Dirty
Oh
Dozen.
yeah, what's the difference?
Oh,
Yeah.
for the love.
Adam, looking at you. What are you gonna pick?
All right, P-Funk, I'll make you a deal.
Yeah.
You tell me right now. No, I will tell you. I pick your movie, Blythe's Guns Pick of the Week. It's on the docket next week. You get 2 weeks in a row. You're the master. You just got to say right here, I did not dive deep when watching Holy Grail.
I dove so deep, it's not even funny.
No.
Dirty Dozen.
No.
Dale?
Dirty Dozen.
Suck it, P-Funk. I'm out.
Grail bag.
That's it, dude. Dirty Dozen sounds good. Love it. If you like Dirty Dozen, or if you like any of the movies or disliked any of them,
I'm still gonna watch Buddy Python.
I know, because it's a great movie.
Yeah, me too.
You can reach out to us at 1890studios.com. There's a little box there to let us know your thoughts. If you want to get in touch with us individually, it's Dale at 1890 Studios. It's Patrick with a K at 1890 Studios, and it's Adam at 1890 Studios.
Make your own docket.
That's right. Send it in to us, and we will read it. If you are on iTunes right now, leave us a rating. We would love to get 5 stars out of you. What else? We're on Twitter. We are at the NetX, the NETEX. We're trying to troll, but I'm lacking as always.
We got swag.
We got swag out there. That's going to be in the show notes. But Adam sends you a URL just to kind of get you close. If you can't click on the link within your show notes, Adam, what's that URL?
www.TommyBahama/Netflix Explorers /
Tommy
get your
Bahama?
swag.
Did you say Tommy Bahama?
Dude,
We got some sweet
You
threads.
think we're playing around, dude?
No
You want a
playing
swimsuit with Netflix Explorers on the butt? We got you covered.
I got the banana hammock.
Speaking of banana hammocks, you've been talking to Papa Steve. Thanks for being on the mic, man.
I love being here.
Well, we're very happy to have you. You're the Bandersnatch option we like to choose, I think.
100%.
Right?
Click Papa Steve every time.
That's right. Patrick, notes, Dynamite, you have an actual, clip
Icon.
art
Yeah.
brought into the notes?
I didn't want anybody to be confused about what the white bear logo is, so
Okay.
slid it in there nice and easy.
Nice work. AP sitting across it always.
As always, Rosie.
Good to have you, man.
You too, man.
We'll be back next week. And as we say here at the Netflix Explorers, adios. I'll see you later.
It's pronounced Pellier.